everything we're going through is it's leadership training and getting everybody with the right mindset and learning how to acquire their vision. Setting a vision, acquiring your vision, and continue growing and building yourself. We're going to go through a short video, and we're going to address what we're getting out of it and what we're doing. But everything begins with the thoughts, the feelings, and the actions. Everything always starts off with a vision. Everything you've done today, you've created it because you were working off of a vision. He'll share it himself. You don't need to share it.
Okay.
So everything you've done up today is something you've created because you've been working off of images. The images that you use in a day-to-day life has created your results. So what we're doing is we're giving everybody an understanding. As you build a new vision, this new vision can guide you and lead you towards the new outcome, the new result you want in life. Everything prior that you have today is a product of the old visions that you've had. There comes a point in time in everybody's life when you've maxed out your vision. Everybody has felt stuck. Everybody has gotten to a point in life where they don't know what's next. Everybody's gotten to a point in life where they're having trouble getting past the next level. That next level is because you ran out of visions. You stopped visioneering, you stopped wanting, and you stopped working at building your vision. A lot of people never even had a vision. So to you, the individuals that have never worked towards a vision and acquired a vision, this will be new because you didn't know that you could build an image and build a vision in the screen of your imagination and work towards it. So depending on where you're at in life and depending on what you're doing, this is all relevant because everything goes back to the way you think. And everything goes back to a mindset. And everything goes back to your results in life. So anywhere you look at this, you can't get away from it. Anywhere you look at this, you can advance with the information that we're teaching you. It doesn't matter whether you're working towards a partnership. It doesn't matter if you're working in sales or if you're working in a leadership position or in a management position. Everything goes back to the way you think. So this is the reason why we're incorporating this throughout all of our companies and everything we're doing, because we want to help everyone, one, get on the same page where we're going, two, advance, do better, get better results, have a better lifestyle. Everything I'm working on doing that I've been working on this past several years was doing everything on purpose. So that has two different meanings. One is where you hear people saying, I'm living my purpose, right? The other one is, I purposely chose. So I want you to take the significance of when I say doing everything on purpose, means I have chosen to do this on purpose. So everything you start doing from here forward, if you start thinking of everything as a definite end. If I pick up a book, and I decide to take this book and I'm going to study this book, I don't pick up the book just to pick up a book. I pick up a book because I'm doing everything on purpose. That means I have a definite end that I'm working towards. And this book that I'm going to pick up, I'm going to study it because it's going to take me to that definite end. Majority of the people have never worked to a definite end because they didn't know they could. So they never chose their lifestyle. They never chose the business they were going to go into. Or they never chose and determined that they were going to run the company. Or that eventually they were going to work their way into a partnership with the company. Because they never knew they could choose. Which at all points in time, we could have done anything we wanted. We didn't understand the way the mind works. If I set up a meeting, I do it because I have a purpose, and I chose this purpose. And because that is going to take me to a definite end. I don't do anything unless I'm doing it on purpose. And I thought about this the other day in relationships. And I was looking at Shay. And I said, that's it. I said, the relationship has no purpose. no vision, no definite end. How many people find a relationship because that was a definite end? You saw the person, you're like, my God, she's beautiful. And you started to work to that definite end. But once you get the definite end and you have her or she has you, all of a sudden, you'll start letting go and stop working towards the relationship because you already have the relationship. You hadn't continually build a vision. So then you'll start losing the spark. You start losing that desire. You start losing all the things that made that one thing a definite purpose to begin with because you didn't continue a vision. And then I said, I do everything on purpose. Now, if I'm doing everything on purpose, that means there's got to be a purpose for the relationship. If the relationship has no definite end, it's going to lose its energy, it's going to lose its power, it's going to lose its vision. Everything we do needs to have a definite end. And everything needs to have a vision, because we all work on visions and images. So whatever you do, start doing everything on purpose. That means if you're going to do it on purpose, that means you have a vision for that purpose. You have a definite end. You have something that you're working towards. That continues the growth. That continues the law of prosperity. That continues the law of abundance. That continues happiness. Our essence naturally is to grow. When we stop growing, we find no value in the thing we do anymore. If you're in a company and you no longer see the value or see the vision in the company, you start to lose focus. You don't have focus and will any longer because there's no vision. And if there's no vision, it's because you don't see yourself doing that. Right? Does anybody have any thoughts, questions, or takeaways before we start?
I would like to add one thing. The only limitations we have are the ones we hold on ourselves. Think about that, guys, and how important that is. How much can you be doing? And if you were to do it, you'd be astonished with yourself.
Again, every department needs a vision, which is going to be your definite end. Pablo, you need to have a definite end. We just brought Robert on. Robert's going to help us all get these companies, and with your help individually, to acquire your definite purpose, your definite end. Kenneth's been working on other companies as well to help towards getting to a definite end. I want everybody that's working towards getting ownership in a company to be helping each other to get to the definite end. If we all work towards our definite end and our purpose in these companies and in the vision, we will achieve our goal.
Yeah, I'd like to add something, Abraham. You know, one thing that I learn every day, and I want people to understand this, is that, you know, a lot of people see that, yeah, we all have driven and we all make decisions and we do this, but this isn't because, it isn't because it's just the vision's already there. And I want people to understand that, you know, what y'all don't see is that I do have visions in supply, and I do have visions in civil, and I have visions in everything else we do, and I do talk to these people and I do this. But what y'all don't see is that I talk to Abraham almost 2 or 3 times a day. And that's what I want people to understand, is that it doesn't, you're always going to have complacency and you're always going to have this, but if you ask for help and you get advice from people that know this, that understand this, that have the visions, that can help you with the visions, then you actually start seeing your vision more and more. Because there is days that I come to an end, and he knows this. He deals with me every day. And he knows that because of my past and things that I've done, whether it be in a Greenberry or what, there's visions that I do see, but then I get frustrated, and he keeps me back in line. So I want everybody to understand that it's not you just can go out and do it on your own. It's not saying you can't, but you're also going to have stumbles, you're going to have trips, you're going to have falls, and you've got to get somebody to help you understand this vision, and that's what Abraham does for me. And I want y'all to really understand that.
Okay, Kenneth is right on key. We've got to help each other and support each other to hit our goals. This information that I've been studying for years, I knew that we would eventually bring it back because it helped me. It's helped me grow. It's helped me become who I've become. It's helped me continually becoming more of who I want to be, my vision again. I keep building my vision. I keep growing and doing better. But there's things that I'm doing that's changing me. There's things that Taha's doing that's changing him. Now, the men that decide, or people that decide they really want to learn this and want to do more, want to get to the next level, we're here to support you and help you accomplish your vision. Everybody that's even in any leadership role or sales role, you're working with the vision. If you're working towards sales, that's a vision. If you're working towards in a management position, that's a vision. You're working with the vision. It doesn't matter where you're at, what position you're at. We're all working towards a vision. We all have a purpose. If it's the secretary answering the phone, there's a purpose. And you're working with the vision. So it doesn't matter where you're at and what position you're at. We're all working with images, and we're all working with a vision and a desire. And we truly all, by nature, want to grow and do better. So this is what we're teaching. We're teaching how to rewrite and how to get to the next level, how to reprogram the subconscious mind. Many of you may not understand what we're talking about yet, but as you start learning the lessons, you're going to get an understanding. Your conscious mind is your intellect. You can say all day long, I want, and I want to go there, and I'm doing that. But the subconscious part is what controls your behavior. This is why, if Robert's on the call, Robert, how many men have you gone through where they say they want that title?
A lot. Everybody wants it, but you got to work for it.
How many people actually become the person they need to become and earn that title?
About 10%.
So out of 100 people, what you've seen, only 10 make the grade.
Yes.
And even those 10 have a 1 through 10 level of how well they do within that 10. Would you agree?
Exactly. Yes.
And then those men that meet the title have a level scale 1 to 10 on how much they're going to earn. Would you agree with that as well?
Yes, I would.
Yep. So this is what we're getting at. How many times, Robert, have you seen somebody that wants to get into that position but have never done it and they don't make it? Why would you say they don't make it?
Because they stop. Once they get to that point, they don't want to move no more.
Yep. Some of their visions didn't go that far, did it?
No.
You see, you stop acting when your vision stopped. Go think about your last 20 years. You stopped accelerating and becoming and doing advancing in life whenever your vision stopped. Wherever your vision stopped, on a general rule of thumb, that's where this person stops behaving or trying to do more. Would you all agree?
Yeah.
Your vision has been fairly broad, I would have to say, Robert. Would you agree?
Yes, it has.
Okay, so that means you've been using your imagination to think, and you've been working at expanding your what you can touch, you can hear, see, taste, touch, and smell, right? Your imagination has taken you there, and you've been okay with stepping out and learning whatever it is you need to learn to become that person. This is what we're talking about. I'm gonna give you all a couple of key points. We're gonna go into the video. Always working to a definite end. Always working to a definite end. And always remember to do everything on purpose to that definite end.
Yes, sir. You have to keep your mind open to this. I mean, guys, it's redundant, and I'll say it's redundant, and I'll repeat over and over, and I don't mind admitting it, but Haha and Abraham can tell you that they've been with me for a while, and I'm probably one of the most stubborn guys out there because I know how to do things, but it took me a while to open my mind. You've got to constantly open your mind to the vision that you want. If you don't, you'll never achieve it. You have to let people like Abraham and Taha really help you and understand this, or people like me or Jody or these guys in this leadership position. We get guidance from both these guys every day, and it's something that we allow ourselves to see, and they help us see it. And so it's trying to get y'all to the end. It's like with salesmen. If I ask you and you tell me all day long you can sell stuff, that's fine and dandy. But until you show me what you can do, you become complacent. And you've got to see the vision at the end of the day. If you don't, then you'll never achieve it.
Yeah, you have nowhere you're working towards. I tell the guys, and I told Kenneth this, and I tell him to use it with his men. I don't listen to what you tell me. I listen to what you do. The doing tells me the truth, because the doing is in your subconscious mind. That's where you meet the truth.
Yeah, to me, what he's saying is if you get comfortable in the situation you're in, you're never gonna move forward. That's where you're gonna be for eternity until you decide to make that change again. It's like a transmission. If you don't put it in gear, it's not gonna move.
Robert, you're fairly, I don't want to say old, but you've been in the oil and gas for several years. How many people do you see? You've seen people retire. How many people do you see retire with the same mindset?
A lot. They're content where they were, and they just rode with it. They're happy with their 401k. They're happy with their retirement. They don't care if they're at the point where they can just live life after they're not working. They just want to be able to eat and drink and have electricity. They don't want to be able to, they don't care if they have the point where they can just go where they want to when they retire. They're complacent. They're set in their way.
Do you guys think that they just choose to stop? Or were they not aware they had a choice?
Not aware they had a choice.
I believe it could be both ways.
Yeah. Do you think people are choosing to earn $50,000 a year because they want to, or because they think that's all they can do?
I think both.
Yeah.
I think they think that's all they can do, and so they become fine with that. And so that's just their way of life now. They don't see anything past it, to be honest.
You attract whatever you're in harmony with.
What a lot of people didn't understand, they were pre-programmed. 0 to 5 is whenever we got our hard drive, just like a computer code. 0 to 5, the child comes in perfect. The child comes in, when a child is born, the child has no cells of recognition. It has no hard drive. It's getting all of its ideas from its surrounding, the people that are raising it. That's where it's getting its first coding, its first initial programs. It's very rare that somebody rewrites those programs. You're not earning $50,000 a year because you can't do more. You're earning $50,000 a year because you don't know how to earn $50,000 a month. Because if you did know how, you'd be doing that, wouldn't you? This is what we're talking about. Who decided you couldn't earn $50,000 a month? And why hasn't your perception gone that far to think I can do that? Because we didn't know how. This is what we're talking about, the social conditioning. If a child was born into a family member and that family had the habit of earning millions of dollars monthly or having companies and businesses, and the child is raised in that environment, what do you think his automatic is going to be whenever it's time for him to go generate revenue or income to earn money? What do you think his beliefs are going to be?
The same as the ones he was raised in.
There you go. we were conditioned to think in a certain way. And if we don't imagine further, there's nothing else to create. If we don't envision further, there's nowhere else to go. So the average individual settles. He said, the one thing, the gift that was born in all man, and he said, Buckminster Fuller said it himself, there must be a creative state. There must be a higher awareness. Now, what's the one thing that gives us all the ability? What separates us from the bugs? What separates us from the horse? From the dog? What separates us? Wouldn't y'all say it's our ability to think? Our ability to imagine?
The 6 higher faculties.
The higher faculties. What separates us from
imagination?
There you go. The thing that separates us from all of nature is our ability to think and to imagine and then to work in that direction. A lot of us stopped imagining. A lot of us never imagined. A lot of us never chose to imagine and work in that direction. So we're losing the gift, but the gift was always there. He said also, Phil Goldfine finds himself there every week studying with Bob. He's sitting there studying. I remember the group because I was one of the group. Ever since they stopped the COVID, I was there every time. Every time this seminar, I was there writing. I always had a beginner's mindset. I was always writing. There was a few of us that were always taking notes all day long, for days. We were looking for something. We're looking to understand. Again, I chose to be there. I chose to go there because I had a definite end. The definite end was mastering this information for personal mastery so that I could bring it back into what we're doing today. That was my definite end. I said, do not do anything unless you've got a definite end. Do not touch a thing unless you have a definite end. Never do anything, never waste your time on something that you don't have a definite end. Everything I choose it on purpose. The purpose for going to this institute to becoming a consultant was to bring it back, create an institute of the mind, help our own people within our own companies, and teach them how to do what 97% of humanity never does, what the 90% are stuck for. Help break the cycles. That was my definite end. This is what we're growing. This is what we're building. And now we're doing it live. Accident?
No.
It was a vision. And I've used my creative imagination because I didn't know how to do any of this. Zach in the back is handling all the things that I don't know how to do. And I don't want to do it. But he does, and he enjoys it. And he's mastered it. Find the people that enjoy doing what they do. Find people that know how to do things better than we do. If you're in this company and you have a vision, we're going to help support you to your vision. But you've got to do the work. You've got to show up. You have to study. You have to research. Then you got to force your body to go and do what it's not going to want to do, because I already know what's going to happen. We're hitting the paradigms. We're hitting the programming. Dissatisfaction is the greatest motivator. Happy but never satisfied. When you're satisfied with your results, you never go any further. That's huge. Who on this call is satisfied?
Shouldn't be anybody.
Not me.
I'm not satisfied. I'm never satisfied. If you're satisfied with your results, you're on the wrong team. We're consistently looking for people that want to grow and want to achieve their goals.
Hungry.
Yep, that are
Want
hungry
more.
and want more. Does anybody have any thoughts, questions, or takeaways? Anything else they pulled out of the video, short video?
Yeah. Yeah, your opposite one. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Eric. I have a question, Abraham. It's been mentioned in the videos that you are like who the people you surround yourself is who you become.
Correct.
So, do you believe a person may have a hard time imagining a different life or vision or goal if they've been told or were around people that told them that they wouldn't amount to anything more?
Oh,
that
yes.
They couldn't do it.
Yep. This is why it's important to choose your friends, even choose your family. Choose the information that you're letting come into your mind. Because if you allow the outside control the inside, guess what happens?
You're not in control.
Yeah, you're no longer in control. What is the one thing that controls our behavior?
Yourself.
Yep. Now, if you let somebody else control yourself, if you let somebody else's ideas about you control your behavior, guess what just happened?
They're in control.
There you go. Choose your friends wisely. If they're not getting the results that you want, you probably have the wrong friends.
Yeah, and just because they tell you what they tell you, it doesn't mean you have to listen.
Yep.
Anybody can say what they want to say. It's up to you to achieve what you want. It's up to you to decide if you're gonna listen to what they have to say. Then that means that's your mind telling you that they're in control and that you don't have the mindset to start driving towards your goals.
And guess what you're going to get?
If you believe in yourself, then you'll never believe in them. So you have to believe in yourself.
If you take on what they say, guess what you're going to get?
No, you're gonna get their results.
There you go. That was it. Listen to the people that are giving you advice and look at their results. They're telling you why they haven't done it. They're telling you their program. Now, do you want to get their advice?
No.
Yeah.
No, just go ask yourself one thing. We have these talks every day. And I push y'all really hard every day. And ask yourself, why do I push you every day? Because I see something in y'all that you don't see in yourself. And if I was to go out and do it, and I can get it done, because I already know I can get it done, I've already done it. But I know where to push myself, and I know not to take no for an answer. But think about that for a minute. Think why I push you every day. Why am I pushing you? What am I pushing you towards? I'm not pushing you to fail. I'm pushing you to open your mind to succeed. Yeah, I want you to grow. That's why I push all the way I do. Because if I have to do it, then ask yourself this, and I don't want it to sound bad, but if I have to go and do it, then why do I need y'all? Do you see what I'm saying?
The thing
But
is,
if I can auto push, then guess what? You achieve it, not me.
there you go. Here's the deal. If Kenneth can do it, he's not looking for that position. You have to do it to earn the position or to earn the amount of money you want to earn. So if it's his energy, then he didn't do his job right. His job is to help and find the people that can do those positions. If it's him, that's the same thing with me. I know that I can come and lift everything up over there. I know if I go in, I could take everything and ramp everything up. But then it was me. But that also means I didn't find somebody else that could replace me. That'll also mean if somebody else goes in there and lifts up the energy, that means he's got to find somebody else that's going to take care of those other positions and raise that energy over there. If it's him doing it, he'll never grow further than his arms can reach. So everything that we're teaching is building it in the same building blocks. If we want something and if we want to earn it and we want the result of it, we have to be it. If you want the sales position, You have to be it. You have to attract the sales. You've got to go and do the thing you fear to do. That's going to give you the results that you want.
There's a saying by Ralph Emerson.
Emerson, yes.
Yeah, Emerson. It says, it states that the thing that you don't want to do is the thing that you should do because it's the thing that's going to make you grow. I'm not quoting it exactly the way it was, but he's saying that in order for you to grow, you're going to have to go and do the thing that you don't want to do. And it's that thing is going to push you to grow. It's going to cause you to do the thing that you've never done before and go learn exactly what it is and what it takes to get there.
And that gives you the understanding to become the person that earns the result. You had to go and act it out and learn it. This is when you grow. Again, we're teaching about goal setting. We're teaching about a goal achievement. But the real goal is not to get it. It's who you're becoming along the way. Would you not, guys, not agree that if you jump and you're able to build the company and build the things, these companies, or build the order of the company and make it successful, would you not agree that at the end of it, you hit the goal, you were successful, but who did you grow into and who are you now? Right?
And how much knowledge do you
How much knowledge did you acquire? How much do you know? How much do you know what to do and not to do now? The goal is not to get, it's who you're becoming along the way. It's about the growth. The growth is helping you break the virus code. The growth is helping you break those beliefs. The growth and the doing is helping you become the person that you want to be. Then everybody says, oh, look what he did and look how well he done. And they're looking at all the results again. No. It was all the learning and understanding and all the work that you did. Nobody else will ever know that. The only person that ever knows the growth and what it takes to become that man is the one that does it. He's the only one that knows.
There's a quote that I want to read that I read all these Bob Proctor books and I really try to understand all this stuff. And one of the quotes that's always stood out, it says, when you believe that you can achieve something, the universe presents a variety of people and circumstances to you that will help you achieve it. That is one of the best quotes I've ever heard.
And a very true one.
Yes, sir.
The minute you decide and you're ready to do the work, it's almost like the universe is listening.
The moment you decide.
We are forming a company that will be attracting this all over the world. This is what we're doing. We are going to make the most millionaires in history. This is what we will be known for. This is what Taha and I had a vision, and we will be the institute of the mind that builds the most millionaires in history. We're going to help everybody hit their goals.
Nothing stays where it is.
Never does.
Now the question is, who do you want to be? What do you want to leave on this earth?
Nothing stays where it is. Create or disintegrate.
Right.
I was actually listening to a video earlier this morning. It had stated, I want my dream to live longer than I did.
And that's our vision. I had a vision that we would be helping consciousness all over the world, and they would surpass us. And everybody that's a part of this institute would give the gift away. When it's their turn, and they've got to find somebody else to pass it on, it's their responsibility to pass the gift. They've got to find somebody else to keep giving. That's the gift.
Object of growing.
Yep.
That's the object of growing, sharing it.
Yep. But they've got to be willing to receive it and earn it. That's the key. Every expression in life is moving in one direction or another. Always has been. Every expression in life is moving in one direction or another. Always has been. The beautiful part about this is you can choose. You can choose. Does anybody have any
Takeaways? Anything they'll like to share?
Or questions?
I know we say it all the time, but again, this information is so important, and the message, not only the message, but what you take from it and what you put into action is what matters. But you can only grow when you allow yourself to grow. Are you willing and are you ready?
To let yourself.
Yeah. We're here. We've always been here. And we'll continue to be here. Are you ready to come?
Are you ready? It was, I can't recall the author, but there's a good book. The obstacle is the way. The obstacle is the way. Does anybody have anything? A couple of seconds. Anybody have anything? Questions? Takeaways? Anything they want to add?
If you can imagine to make more, to do more, why wouldn't you? What's holding you back?
Good.
I could say like people running out of vision. That's what's holding them back.
Good.
Ron, Abraham, that book you're talking about, I'm reading it now. It's by Ron Holiday.
There you go.
It's called The Obstacle is the Way.
Yep.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to read that book, I encourage you 100% to read that book.
Yep. What you're doing is you're breaking the paradigms. You're breaking the programs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep. A lot of people didn't know there was a game. Go ahead, Kenneth.
No, is Kyle, are you on here, Gertner? Yes, sir. Okay, I'm gonna pick on Kyle for a minute. Okay, so we landed Diamondback, all their supply, right? And what did I do? I pushed you to go after that account, didn't I? Yeah, I helped a little bit behind the scenes, but who ultimately landed that account through Kelly and all them?
That was me.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Kyle's choosing to do what he needs to do to step outside the paradigm. Yes, I'm helping him and I'm guiding him, but he's still making that choice. And that game is, how many wells are they going to give us within the next 3 years?
Supposed to be 80 this year, and then next 3 to 4 years, it's like 300 to 400.
There you go. And we're going to get every bit of their supply because we pushed and pushed on them and pushed where we needed to. Yeah, we robbed them a little bit, but we still got the account done. And that just shows that Kyle's, and I'm not trying to pick on you, Kyle, I'm just saying that he's opening his mind to allow this to really sink in and help him for his future.
Well done.
Alrighty, guys, any other takeaways?
Or examples. Examples is how we learn. Good job, Kenneth. We understand through examples and storytelling because the stories are giving us images, and we learn through images. So everything goes back to the image making.
Y'all can preach this all day long, but if they'll let it sink in and let y'all help or let us help as leaders, then it really does work.
Yep.
I mean, I got one. If you plan on growing or growing with the company or growing no matter what, you better get ready to feel uncomfortable because it ain't comfortable.
Correct. That means you're working.
Yeah, is that you, Will?
Yep.
Yes, sir. I'm here at the office.
Okay. Well, that's another guy I'm going to pick on because Will has stepped outside his comfort zone since he's been here, and it's been a constant battle because we know where civil is. We know how hard of a challenge this is. And how much of I don't want to say cutthroat, but that's about the only word I can use on how these companies do each other. And Will has constantly battled and battled to the point now we're starting to win because he's stepped outside that paradigm.
He's looking for understanding.
He is, big time. And so that's why I love his example and I love his story because he's the one that has pushed and pushed and pushed to step us outside the normal zone into finding all these companies that now we're doing the bid walks and now we're starting to get the equipment we need. We're starting to get the people. We're starting to make things happen the way it needs to happen.
If you're looking for understanding, you will find it. We're getting better and better, but it takes going outside of the box and understanding whatever it is that you need to do, and then you've got to become that to earn what you want.
Well, and it just goes back to, you have to learn to deal with being outside your comfort zone is what it's about.
Oh yeah. Comfort zone
You
is,
can control that, you can control a lot of things.
that's it. Because when you're out of the comfort zone is when you're growing.
I do agree.
Good. We'll be, again, this is so that we get a better understanding and so that we keep growing. Everybody, we're working towards our vision, and we've been really working at perfecting our model, and we're working at perfecting our teaching, we're working at perfecting our delivery. So any insight, any ideas, anything you think of, anything that could better improve what we're doing, let us know. We were thinking about sending this video out. If you guys could at least go back on your own time and review this video at least once a day till Friday. And just take, it was what, 5 to 7 minutes of time?
8, I believe.
8 minutes of your time. But it's what, by rewinding it and re-reviewing it and rewinding and reviewing it again, you're going to start to hear something you didn't hear before. And again, and if you choose to do what I'm telling you and you do everything on purpose, if you do that 8 minutes on purpose because you're going to get something out of it, I promise you, you're going to get something out of it. This is what I've done for the several years. This is repeating the same thing over and over and over to get a better understanding of me and how to apply it. That's the key.
We'll also be having leadership training in Midland live. So if
Bring
feel
your notes
free-
with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be asking, what did you get out of it?
Yep.
And how are you applying it? That's the key. What are you getting out of it, and then how you're going to apply it? The applying is the doing. That's where everybody fails. They never do it. You never change the page. You never go to the next step until you do what the page is telling you to do. All right, guys.
Everyone have a great day, and we'll see everyone on Friday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.